So I have had this for years, and it's old. The Steinway service manual. It got it in my early days. I'm not sure where I got it, but it's pretty cool. The official Steinway piano technician's repair guide. It's got diagrams of the action labeled, which I already know, and their own specific step-by-step procedure for regulating the action with the measurements, which is nice. So it takes all the guesswork right out of it. And we've gone through some of these. The keys were fine. They did need easing. Key blocks were fine. Balance rail is stable. The action parts are all good. There's no tight pins. What I'm doing now is step 6, fitting the hammers to the strings, which is an important thing to do. The hammers, as they wear, get cut by the steel of the strings from pounding into the strings. That actually leaves these marks and they get compressed. But you can see from the impressions that they're actually pretty good. They're all hitting squarely on. But one of the things to do with the fitting the hammers to the strings is also checking for the travel. A screwdriver here, and you can see as you go up and down that they don't drift too much. The one hammer on the end I just finished adjusting, this one here. Screw out of the flange. These are all brand new. One thing that you check is with the screw still on the flange, if that steel pin here, if the steel pin, the pivot pin, is the correct tightness, you want it snug but not too tight, that flange should drop just with the weight of the screw in it on its own, and it does. So that's perfect. Just tap it a bit and it goes right down. So that's the kind of tightness that you want. That'll give a good snug feel, and it won't rattle, and it'll last many years. But the hammer, you'll notice here I've put some spacing. It's actually masking tape, because the hammer was drifting into the next hammer. So by shimming out the flange, the hammer now travels straight up instead of on a curve. We want it to go straight up. So I'm just checking for that. And I'll be adjusting the spacing of the hammers as well as I go through the action. It brings back many memories. I spent hours doing this in Victoria. I also want to make sure that all the screws are tight. There is something like 12,000 parts in a piano. And we're just looking at the hammer and the flanges. Below that there's the Wippens mechanism. This is what drives the hammer up and allows the action to repeat quickly. It's spring-loaded. It's a unique Steinway patent that has been pretty much copied by everybody now in the last 80 years. So that's tight. Let's just check it, and it does travel straight. Travels pretty well, so that's good. I'm just going to adjust the spacing to make sure that everything is lining up properly there. It's hard to do with one hand on the camera. On my phone, I should say. So I'm going to go through them all and check the spacing to make it all even. Then I'll level them. You'll see at the base here, the hammers aren't sitting at an even height. They're not bad, but can be better than that. So having leveled the keyboard, it threw all the hammer level off now because everything is connected. So I'll have to level the hammer height also once everything's lined up and make sure everything's tight. Okay, stay tuned. We are now happily into the regulation of the stack of the action. This is what transfers the energy from pressing a key, and that energy then is used to move the hammer up, which then strikes the string, makes the sound. So I'm going through now and adjusting the parts that make the action help the piano make sound.